Guys, Ken here, your thrifty apprentice, and welcome back to the studio. Today we are having to be more and more careful about the things we do and the places that we go. And there are a lot of things going on that are causing us to have to maybe practice a little bit more safety than we have done in the past. And I just felt like I wanted to take today's video and instead of doing a tutorial, kind of do a suggestion video. That way I can offer my fellow artists some help in my very small possible way while we are currently going through this time of trouble and crisis. So along with that comes financial responsibility. So because things are sort of at a unknown, so to speak, we're having to budget even more now because we're not sure of what the outcome for tomorrow will be. So I kind of wanted to take this video and make some suggestions to you guys based from our little corner of the world where we receive positivity and maybe a momentary peace and happiness, and that's art. So everything that I'm going to talk to you guys about today are going to be very budget friendly, pocket friendly, cost effective, bang for your buck products that you can have shipped directly to your front door, which will still help you in helping society right now limit the exposure we have to the current conditions. So all of these products are going to be able to be mailed ordered directly from the art suppliers or from big box art supply stores and shipped directly to your front door. All of the supplies we're going to talk about today are going to be under $12, so they are not going to hurt. And I'm doing this because I feel like we use art as an outlet in order to express ourselves and in order to have fun and find a little bit of peace. And this is a really troubling time in the world. So peace, or as much peace as we can find, even for just a moment in any given day, I feel like is worth the effort that we put into it. So I'm just going to jump right on in and get started with this. And I did make some notes, so I'm going to put them up on my computer. I'm just going to be completely candid and honest with you guys because I didn't want to forget anything that I kind of wanted to mention in this video. So none of the products that we're talking about are going to be professional grade. All of these products are going to be student or kids school grade products, but they are all highly pigmented. They are all really good products that for the money you spend, you really get a really good payoff from the product. So we're going to cover several different products, and all of these are going to be water-based products. So this is geared more towards the things we typically do on this channel, which are water soluble. So I'm going to start off with watercolor markers. Now, I can only offer my opinion to you guys based on the products that I've been able to use and be exposed to. And that comes along with my demographic area. The stores that are here in my metropolitan area that I'm able to get to, or the things that I offer, order or source in from online. So I'm going to start off with watercolor markers or water-based markers. Now, one of my first recommendations, and craft brands or store brands are not typically the best brands in the world. And I've discovered that with watercolor paints, that can be even more the case. But there are some exceptions to the rules. And although these aren't the greatest brands in the world, I think that they work really well. These are not going to be great brands or great products that are for scrapbooking, art journaling, card making, your practice painting, even the classrooms. So, and again, they're budget friendly. So the first one up is Master's Touch Fine Art Studios 24-piece fine liner markers. This is a dual tip or twin tip water-based marker. The normal retail price on these markers are $14.99. Master's Touch is a house brand by Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby typically runs a 50% off special on all of their house brands, which they have as far as I know, they have the Fine Touch and Master's Touch Fine Art Studios. So these are a really, really cool, water soluble, dual tip pen. It has a fine tip and a medium tip. I'll just see if I can show you guys that. I don't know if you can see it. It has a fine tip there and a medium tip here. I use these pens a lot for outlining and inking and for even sketching sometimes, because they are water soluble, so they will dissolve as you're painting. I use them a lot in stamping. I think they are excellent for that. And the price you really can't beat. So as far as water soluble dual tip pens go, or dual tip markers go, I really do suggest these. Again, they're not going to be light fast or anything like that, but you know, they will work great for projects that you're doing, especially if they're going to be enclosed or encased in a book. And $14.99 at 50% off, so great product. Next in that same category is Crayola. This is Crayola Brush and Detail Dual Tip Markers. It's a 16 count set. You can find it in a lot of different stores. I mean, from Walmart to Joann's to Michael's to Hobby Lobby to, I mean, you name it, you can probably find it. Anywhere they typically carry Crayola products. Now, this is their signature line, which from my understanding and research, I think is meant to target like calligraphers or people who do brush pen calligraphy and writing. But I have found that they will work really, really well as a, and this is just a swatch sheet I'm showing you guys. I did this little swatch sheet, and I did it on the stamps from Jane Davenport stamp set. I thought it was really cute. So that's how I swatched these out. But now this, again, is a dual tip marker. And the really cool thing about these markers are that they have the light and the dark, or the light and the dark shade already on the same barrel. So like this would be the lighter end, which is the finer tip. And then the shading or the shader for that would be the brush tip. And these are some really good markers. Now, for all intents and purposes, Crayola is a great company. They have a really big reputation. They've been around for a long time. I, in the past, had not been the biggest fan of regular Crayola products other than just regular old crayons. But these sort of led me in a different direction with my mindset. I was really pleased with the way they performed, and I think that they are a wonderful addition to anybody's art supply collection. And the tin that they come in is really, really cute, I think, and really handy. You can actually take those inserts out, take those markers out, and, you know, store other markers in there. So it's a great little tin that they come in as well. Now, this particular one, let's see here. This one typically ranges on an average of $18 to $21. But if you get it at the big box craft stores or art stores, you can typically use their in-house coupons. Like, for instance, Michael's and Joann's. I know you can get these with the 40% off coupon. So again, making them just a tad above $12. But I think they're worth it, and they still are not going to break the bank. So those are my suggestions for watercolor markers. Now we're going to move on to watercolor crayons. Now, if you don't know what a watercolor crayon is, it is simply paint encased in a stick. I mean, layman's term. Of course, there's a whole lot of technicalities to it, but it's just that. It's a crayon. It's a crayon that's water soluble. Once water hits it, it dispenses into paint that give you a watercolor paint effect. Great product, really fun. I love using these in art journaling, and I love using these in stamping. This is a 15-piece set by Faber-Castell. Now, Faber-Castell is another great company with a really big reputation. This is actually their school grade, but it is a wonderful product. The pigment is really, really high. And I mean, you can't really ask for a better thing. I mean, they typically run somewhere around, let's see here, 15 bucks. I got mine from Michael's, and they're priced normally 15 bucks. But again, 40% off coupon, or if you can source them off the internet, cheaper, then by all means go ahead. Here's a great suggestion. If you're ever looking for a product, go to Google and type in what you're looking for. And then after you hit enter and the search results come up, those little tabs at the top right up under where you type, hit the shopping tab. And basically what's going to happen is it's going to take you to the section of the Google search engine that gives you this particular product that you're looking at any given store that is listed online. So you can kind of shop around that way with any of the products I'm telling you about or any of the products that you may be looking for out there. So there's just a quick tip for you guys. Hopefully it'll help you. But again, Faber-Castell 15 set watercolor crayon, great product. Again, not a light fast product, I'm sure, because none of that information is included. But for the things that we're doing to just kind of escape and get away, and maybe you would put it under glass. I don't know if you did a project with it and you were proud enough of it. Maybe you would want to put it under glass. I mean, I would suggest maybe putting it on a, what is it, plexiglass? I think it's supposed to be more UV resistant than regular glass. And of course, with any water soluble product, I would always suggest that you mat the work after you do it, especially with framing it. But yeah, so there you have it. Faber-Castell 15 set watercolor crayon, great product. So now let's talk about watercolor pencils. If you know me and you know anything about me, you know that I love watercolor pencils. Watercolor pencils are probably, you know, I don't know, it's like a drug. I have several different sets and I'm still buying them. If I see them and I haven't tried them, I have to try them out because I just have to know how they compare to the previous set that I bought or the other sets that I own. So, I don't know. I just love them. So anyway, Artist Loft. That's what I'm trying to get out. And for some of these, I don't have the packaging or the original container, so I am going to be sure to try to link a picture of what the packaging looks like up in the top right hand corner of the video when I do the editing as we're talking about this. So hopefully you guys will be able to recognize those pictures. But this is Artist Loft Fundamentals 24-piece watercolor pencil set. Now I have several different economy sets here at the house, and again this would be considered student grade. And Artist Loft actually has two lines I've noticed. They have the fundamental lines and they have the necessities line. So this is the fundamentals, which I think is the more affordable line. These were $5.99 for 24 pencils, and you can use the 40% off coupon. As far as I know, you can only source Artist Loft from Michaels, but Michaels, you can visit at michaels.com and bam, there you go. I mean, you can have it shipped directly to your front door. But the pigment payoff in these pencils is ridiculous for what you pay for them. They are very comfortable. I love the shape, the fact that they're of that hectagonal shape, I meant to say. That way they don't roll away from you when you're using them. They dissolve really, really easy in water. So for what it's worth, considering the price that you pay, I would definitely recommend the Artist Loft Fundamentals 24-piece watercolor set. And I think they have a 16-piece set, and I'm not sure if they have anything bigger than 24 pieces, but definitely you can get these and you will be very happy. And these give you a wonderful watercolor effect. So that's Artist Loft watercolor pencils. Let's see here. Let's talk about brush pens. Now, this is a funny category because right now brush pens are really popular, and they tend to run a bit high, but I've grown fond of brush pens, especially in my art journaling and my mixed media projects, due to Jane Davenport's mermaid markers. I am a fanatic. Jane Davenport, I love you. I love you, Jane Davenport. Jane Davenport her products amazing. And I'm not a female, but I understand what she's targeting and what she's doing and why she packages her things to be so cutesy. And since I used to be a makeup artist at one point, I kind of love and gravitate to the way she packages her products. On top of the fact that they are really good products, the pigment, anyway, that's a whole nother video. Sorry, guys. So brush pens. Michaels also has another house brand other than Artist Loft known as Recollections. Now, Recollections is a really affordable budget crafting company. Now, they are typically known for their ink pads and their stamps, but they also make water-soluble products. And one of those water-soluble products they make are Recollections water-based brush pens. And these are completely different from most brush pens that you get nowadays where you're able to pump and squeeze and get the color out. You can't really do that with these barrels. I'm sorry, see if you guys can see that. But that's how that looks. And I'm gonna try to speed on up here because I don't want this video to be too long. But these are a wonderful product. They have a really high pigment payoff. They work really well with other watercolors. I think this is probably a dye-based water-soluble ink and not a pigment-based, definitely, because they aren't light fast as far as I know. But 8 markers, 8, all of the primaries, on sale, and have been on sale for quite some time now for $2.47. Regular price is like $4.99, $5.99. So even at regular price, you could use the 40% coupon, bam. $2.47. I think they are a wonderful product, especially if you're not sure, or if you haven't used brush pens before and you want to kind of try them out. This would be the way to go, because buying like these would be, which is the mermaid markers, which would be sort of an investment. But for $2.47, you really can't use, and I'm sorry, you really can't lose, and you can try them. And if you don't like them, just use them up and be done with them. So next, we're gonna be talking about what brushes. And I'm gonna speed up because I didn't want to make this video too long, guys. So brushes. Menta, Royal and Langnickel. You can't go wrong with Royal brushes, Royal and Langnickel, whether it says Royal or both names. They tend to make great products, and they make really great synthetic brushes, as well as synthetics that mimic naturals. And this is their Menta line of brushes. I have quite a few of them here, and I picked mine up from Joann's. Now you can buy these open stock, or you can buy them in sets. Now I bought them in sets of 5 when I originally started buying them, and they were priced around $10, maybe $11. But again, I got mine from Joann's, so even at that price, I was able to use the 40% off coupon. These brushes are amazing. My hat's off. But I understand that Royal and Langnickel have released several great line of brushes, but of all the brushes I've used, and I've used quite a few now, these are my favorite brushes. I also like Grumbacher Academy brushes. Now this Grumbacher Academy brush came in, and I also have another one, I don't know where it is, but this one came in a set with the Grumbacher Academy paint. I really love the snap of these brushes, and again, it's a synthetic brush. I love the fact that they have the acrylic handles. So, and this one, but you can also buy these open stock, and they tend to run about $2 to $4 a brush. So those are the brushes. What am I missing? What am I missing? Watercolors. How about we talk about watercolors? So I have 3 suggestions here. I'm gonna go through them real quick. First, let's start with the school grade. I think that as far as school grade products and companies go, my favorite and the one that I gravitate to more, although you do see me with a lot of Faber-Castell product, is Prime. Prime is one of the best school grade products out there. Most of their products are actually really, really, really good and very affordable. You can buy Prime at most of your big box stores, private craft stores and art stores, office supply stores. So I mean, you can get it anywhere. Now, I originally started out using this, and Prime was my very first watercolor. I received this very palette back in 2009 when I started design school, and they don't make them like this anymore. This is the original clamshell that came with 16 colors in it, and I think it's I've been looking for it, and they're hard to find. You find them like this in the little oval shells now, the little oval clam, or the 16 set that's in a bigger one, sort of double this size. But Prime, very affordable, under 10 bucks most times. Even if you buy the bigger set, it's gonna be ranged around 13 to 15 bucks. And if you get it from a big box craft store or art supply store, you can use the in-store coupons on it. So again, very affordable. All these products after coupons and even at regular price are under $12, guys. These are some really good products that I would really suggest based off of my experience. Again, not professional products, not something we're going to be used for commission work, but it's for as an escape for what we're doing to just try to get our minds off of the current situations going on. These are some things that you can order that would not break the bank or your pocket. You'll still be able to eat, I promise. Watercolor paper, I forgot. B, I suggest, you know what? Especially with all the videos I've watched, with all of the creators I listen to, with all of the people that I've heard talk, when it comes to offering watercolor paper suggestion, it's just best, in my opinion, to go ahead and start off with 100% cotton. Now, don't get me wrong, I use cellulose paper. I love Canson. Hey, I'm sorry, sue me. I like Canson, especially for just everyday use. But to start off, I think that 100% cotton paper is probably a good suggestion, and this is my suggestion. This is B Paper Company 100% cotton rag paper. Great paper, really doable, really sturdy, allows you to blend, allows you to lift, will hold up to multiple layers and being saturated. It is 100% cotton, so it's going to help your colors show bright and vibrant, and it is very affordable. This is a 25 sheet pack that I got from Michael's. It was priced 13 bucks, and guess what? Yep, I used the 40% coupon on it. Very affordable. You can order it. Again, use the Google and the shopping tab. You can find it at other places that is even priced cheaper than that. I think I saw it for like $8.47 at Jerry's Autorama, if I'm not mistaken. So that's B. 100% cotton rag. All right. Pearlescent watercolors. I don't own metallics, so the next big thing are pearlescents. They're going to be a lot more transparent than metallics. Metallics are a lot more opaque. This is normally used to just accent and give your paintings or your project, mixed media cards, whatever, just a little pizzazz pow bam. And my suggestion is Artist Loft. This is Artist Loft. Yes, once again, a Michael's product. No, Michael's is not the only store I shop at. It just so happens that these are some products that I bought there that I think are pretty good. 36 cakes. Multiple colors, pretty much match it to anything, pairs really well with watercolors and watercolor pencils. You find them, yes, all 36 for $5.99. This is Artist Loft Fundamentals line, and you know it, you can use the coupon on it. I don't know, go figure. Last but not least, let's actually talk about a watercolor paint. We're going to go to the other end of the field, and we're going to talk about another craft store, another art supply store. My recommendation and suggestion for a very budget-friendly, nice, okay paint that's not going to break the bank and still work really well in 95% of all your art projects, including being able to be hung on the wall if you protect it properly, because they probably are not that very light fast at all. Master's Touch Fine Art Studio watercolors. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, and like I said about the markers in the beginning of the video, yep, 50% off. This is one of their 12 color travel palette. It came with a lot of little goodies in it. I've done a review on several different of these projects, so I'll be sure to make sure to link those descriptions. Make sure that I put the link for those videos in the video description of this video, so that you can go check those reviews for some of these products out if you would like to. But that is their 20-piece travel set. It was $12.99, 50% off. It came with all kinds of goodies, brushes and pencils and pencil sharpeners, erasers and sponges. And then I also have their 24-piece 10 palette, which is priced $19.99 and 50% off, so 10 bucks basically. And I love this palette, so even if you didn't like the paints or want to, let's see if I can get it out. Even if you didn't like the paints, or once you were done with the paints, you could always use the palette for something else, because they do come in half tans. And it's a very doable tin with the lid that lays pretty flat and flush, so you'll be able to mix without tilting. I love it. Nice. So that, again, for the paint recommendations is Master's Touch Fine Art Studio watercolors. They come in several different sets. They come with several different numbers in those sets. and they're all priced 50% off. So guys, there you have it. Those are my suggestions to you for some very affordable, economical art supplies in this time when we are trying to budget and watch our pockets a little bit more. Hopefully the information that I was able to relay to you in this video was helpful in some shape, form, or fashion. And if so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Helps it grow. Go ahead and subscribe so you can keep up with all of the latest content that I'll be putting up on the channel. I really work hard to try to produce these videos, and I hope that you guys are liking them. It would do my heart great if you are liking them. Head on over to the Thrifty Apprentice Facebook page and like us there. You can keep up with the things we do both on and off camera. Go ahead, comment, use the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear what you think about the video, whether you use the products, or whether you think there'll be some things that you want to add to your art collection, and share the video, guys. Sharing is caring. It helps this channel grow. It helps our art community grow, and it helps the channel get more exposure so that, you know, I can possibly touch maybe a few other people if what I'm doing is even touching people. So there you have it. It's been my pleasure. Remember, as I tell you at the end of every video, just keep painting.